Andrew Tucker, and welcome to Andrew Tucker World. What's going on, all my great people? What's going on, all my boxing fans? Now, I come across this article, and shout out to skysports.com. Shout out to skysports.com. Uh, Nigel Benn, you know, is basically saying my son cuts no corners. He's a clean athlete. He's a clean athlete. Nigel Benn says, my son, Conor Benn, is a clean athlete. We're in total shock. Fight versus Chris Eubank Jr. was called off. Now, you can go check this article out on skysports.com. Shout out to Sky Sports. You go to the website, it's there. It was posted, I believe, an hour ago. But the thing is this they knew about the situation regarding Conor Benn. I think it was a couple of weeks prior to the fight. A couple of weeks. They knew about like some something don't add up. Something going. It's something a little fishy when it comes to this situation. You know what I mean? And I didn't really want to. I ain't gonna lie. I didn't really want to do this video because the thing is this. A lot of people right now is trying. Well, people could say Conor Benn destroyed his own image by cheating, or he's a cheater and things of that nature. They bashing him, you know, saying that he tried to cheat against the bigger and stronger fighter in Chris Eubank Jr. He wanted to be, I guess, he wanted to have the advantage over Chris Eubank Jr., knowing that he's the bigger, stronger guy and also a tough and very skilled, dangerous opponent. Conor Benn is a monster himself, but according to his father, and I don't strike him as a man that lies. I don't strike him, but then again, there's always two sides to a story. There's always two sides of a story and two sides to a story. So you never know. Sometimes, you know, a person can tell you one thing, but then it can be totally. It can be something behind the scenes, or it could be something that they're hiding. They don't want you to really know. You know what I mean? And it can be a lot of people involved. You know what I mean? But it's always at the last minute and always at the wrong time when a fighter get caught for using a steroid or a performance enhancement or a supplement that is illegal. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever it may be, if it's a PED, or a steroid, or it can be some type of supplement, that can be known to do a lot of other things, but you can also benefit from it to make you stronger, faster, give you the endurance, the stamina, the performance, the enhance your performance and things of that nature, but not considered a steroid. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Like I think it always be at the wrong time. I can name a few names: Sugar Shane Mosley, Roy Jones Jr., Evander Holyfield, Alexander Povetkin. Um, I mean, it was even a situation with Floyd Mayweather Jr. You know what I mean? You know, uh, so to be honest with you, like, it's always bad time and it's always at the wrong time. You know, uh, this was a big fight. This was a big fight taking place in the United Kingdom. A lot of people purchased tickets. A lot of people was going to be in attendance. A lot of people was going to travel, even coming from far places, travel to see this fight. This was a massive event. This was a big fight. And the thing is, Nigel Benn is saying my son Conor Benn is a clean athlete. This is the first time hearing, that he's using something illegal, or first time of him failing a certain test. You know what I mean? And now it's coming out now. And it's something that was a, it was something that they knew. I believe I'm hearing 2 weeks ago, maybe even 3 weeks ago, or something like that. Correct me if I'm wrong. And now it's just coming out. Now it's coming. Now it's being released now. Now it's coming out now. And I'm also hearing that both, if anything, both parties knew about this. Knew about this. You know what I mean? Both parties knew about this. Um, I don't know. I don't even want to get deeper into the situation. You know what I mean? But I got a lot of love and respect for Nigel Benn. I got a lot of love and respect for Conor Benn, his son. I got a lot of love and respect for Chris Eubank Sr. and Jr. You know, and it was Chris Eubank Sr. knew something wasn't right. I guess a lot of people knew something wasn't right, or they felt something. They felt something wasn't right, or maybe they knew something already. Something's not adding up. Maybe they felt some. Are they? It's one thing to feel that something is right, but it's also another thing. But it's also another thing to already knew what was going on. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, Nigel Benn is saying my son is a clean athlete. I'm in total shock that the fight versus Chris Eubank Jr. was called off. He says, I love my son. I know he don't cut no corners. He just goes straight at it 100%. But we'll keep you informed and let you know what the next step is. He's a faithful trainer and a clean athlete. He leaves no stone unturned. We'll get to the bottom of this. And this is coming from Nigel Benn. Nigel Benn also goes on to say, on Wednesday, it was revealed. Well, I'm sorry. It also goes on to say, I apologize. On Wednesday, it was revealed an adverse analytical finding for trace amounts of a fertility, uh, uh, for fertility drug has shown up in one of Conor Benn's recent tests by the Voluntary Anti-Doping Association, VADA. So I know you guys are all you guys, pretty much the whole boxing world is aware of this situation now. And everybody covering this is covering every channel or whatever news outlet, whatever boxing news outlet, whatever boxing channel covering this news. So I know you guys are boxing fans. I know you the boxing fans are aware of what's going on, and I know I'm late covering this news. The British Boxing Board of Control announced the clash with Eubank Jr. was prohibited, as it is not in the interest of boxing is not in the interest of boxing. After promoters Matchroom Boxing, uh, Wasserman Boxing had released a joint statement earlier in the day saying the fight would go ahead as scheduled. The two fighters already knew about the drug test result and were keen to proceed with the bout, which follows the two clashes between their fathers in the 1990s. But Matchroom Boxing confirmed on Thursday the bout was off. Nigel Benn, a former middleweight world champion in the 1990s, took to Instagram on Friday to defend his son, posting a video and vowing, "We will get to the bottom of this. Hi guys, as you know, we're in total shock," he added. "I've been with my son for the last 10 weeks, and the training has just gone absolutely the best it could ever have been. Um, He's a dedicated trainer. He leaves no. And matter of fact, I don't have to read all of this. I can let you. You guys probably have seen this video, but I'm just gonna play the audio. And this is coming from Nigel Benn, the legendary Nigel Benn, father of Conor Benn. And this is his words. This is what he's saying. His son is not a cheater. His son never cut any corners. His son never been known as a drug cheat, never been known as using illegal substances and things of that nature, or you know, but in the day, this is coming from him. But the test results shows otherwise. You know, but that substance, that's the question mark right there. That substance that was shown up in his test, that was shown up in his that came back in the results in this in the his test results. You know what I'm saying? That's the question mark right there. You know, hold on. Let's play the audio.
As you know, we're in. Hi guys. As you know, we're in total shock. I've been with my son for the last 10 weeks, and the training has just gone absolutely the best it could ever been. He's a dedicated trainer. He leaves no stone unturned, and we'll get to the bottom of this. I love my son. I know he don't cut no corners. He just goes straight at it 100%. But we'll keep you informed. We'll let you know what the next step is. But, you know, he's a faithful trainer and he's a clean athlete. Speak to you all soon. God bless.
Now his father is saying that he cuts no corner. They're going to get to the bottom of this. Now the situation, the entire situation is just not adding up. It's not adding up. I know that it can be some um some boxing in the history of the sport has always had. There was always another side of boxing where there was a lot of things that were taking place and a lot of things that were going on. That seems a little bit seems a bit fishy to a lot of boxing fans, or a lot of people knew how how things could be behind the scene, and how in a way the sport can be dirty, and it could be how the sport can be not just only unfair, or how the sport can be a little shaky, but how the sport can be a little dirty and a little fishy, and they hide things. People have came out. There's been documentaries. People have came out, spoke about a lot of things that was going on behind the scene, not just with one fighter or two fighters or three fighters or four fighters or five fighters, but with a high percentage of a lot of fighters and boxers. But I understand when people want to hold fighters accountable, when they want to come against a fighter, crucify a fighter for cheating or using certain substances, and using certain substances, or using certain uh, PEDs, or certain types of steroids, or illegal substances to to gain to have that advantage over their opponent. But maybe it's one man that gets caught and that get exposed, and the other man gets away with it. But sometimes they can tell you that never cheated, never use illegal substances, never use anything to boost my performance or enhance my performance to have the advantage over my opponent. A lot of fighters can tell you that, but when they get caught, they get busted. That's a whole totally different story. And then maybe it's some things going on that they don't want to tell you, or then again, when when things come against them, then that's when they speak the truth and they come out with the truth. You know, but at the end of the day, I'm not here to crucify no fighter. I'm not here to throw stones at no fighter. I know a lot of people are saying this could damage his career going forward. People are not going to look at him the same. But it was a lot of fighters with similar situations where their incident or their situation regarding illegal substances or performance boosters or whatever have been swept under the rug. It was legendary fighters. I named a few. Earlier in this video, I named a few have been a situation when it came to them quote unquote cheating, or quote unquote trying to gain the advantage of their opponent, of something that they was caught using, or exposed using, it may be um tarnished. I can't use that word, but it kind of put a put a small hole in their career going forward. But it was swept under the rug, and they went on to continue to be great, prove themselves, and I guess from that moment on, went on to prove that they're clean athletes. You know what I'm saying? So the thing is, I know a lot of people is upset. I might follow up with another video, get a little deeper into what's really going on, or maybe I'm not gonna never know the real true story behind what's going on. Maybe it can be some other channels you guys go to that might go a little deeper. But all I do know and all I can say is that uh Conor Benn is not the only one. If that is the case, he's not the only one. And I guess certain boxing fans choose to crucify certain fighters. Certain fighters they may have given them a pass because it's been so long, or it wasn't enough evidence to prove that they were guilty. You know what I'm saying? Until proven that they were innocent until proven guilty. You know what I'm saying? So I'm a little blown away. I really wanted to see the fight. I was gonna do live commentary. It's a sad situation that the fight was called off or postponed, I believe. And there's, like I say, it's it's an investigation, so um we gotta wait and see if they're gonna give us a new date going forward. But all I know, I'm a little sad because this was, for me, a highly anticipated matchup, a highly anticipated bout. I was really looking forward to this. But do you guys feel that Conor Benn is innocent? Do you feel that his father is telling the truth? Do you feel that it's something a little fishy regarding this situation? But all I'm going to tell you guys, please do not try to tear down or come against or throw stones or come against Conor Benn. You guys hold him accountable. Okay, that's cool. I mean, but as far as tearing them down and stuff like that, well, all I can say, if you're going to tear him down, it's a lot of other fighters you might want to do the same. He gets this type of treatment coming from you guys. Well, maybe there's a lot of other fighters might need to get that type of treatment coming from you guys. But I'm not going to be the one to judge. I'm not going to be the one to throw no stone. I'm not going to be. I am not the one to crucify any fighter. That's really in God's hand. I just pray that they stay focused. They continue to perfect their craft, work towards their ultimate goal. It's all about legacy at the end of the day. Of course, they get, they got to make good living, but it's all about legacy at the end of the day. And I just pray and hope that the sport can become a clean sport, and to a certain percentage of fighters, a high percentage. Matter of fact, all fighters work hard, perfect their craft, and just keep it clean. Keep it clean. And I pray that the sport becomes a clean sport, because, like I said, Conor Benn, if guilty, is not the only one. It's not the only one. Andrew Tucker World. I'm out. Much love and respect.